So good afternoon, everybody. I'm so sorry. We couldn't conclude our class last week. And that was because we didn't have enough time. So hopefully today, I hope that we can finish off with what we started. And then also, yeah, like I told you last week, I said that we will be looking into each vowel sound. That is all the vowel sounds in English. I told you that there are 20 of them. We'll be looking at them individually, and then we'll be talking about the place of articulation. By place of articulation, I mean that in a word, for example, where do you find individual sound? Because that is actually what will be tested in our examinations. For example, you can be given a word, maybe a 3-syllable word, a 4-syllable word, and then they'll ask you, what sound is this? Or they will write a sound, and they ask you to determine which word has the sound, or where, in the word, that is what part of the word has the sound. And that is when you are going to be, dealing with stress. That is when they ask you to treat stress. Okay, so I'm just trying to see if, okay, very, very good. I'm trying to see if I can share my screen, and it's good that I can share my screen. So it means that for everything that we'll be doing today, you'll be able to also see what I'm doing. Yeah. So sorry about that. I just needed to confirm that I can share my screen so that you can see what we are treating. So for last week's class, we stopped at vowel number 18, and I told you that it is pronounced ear. That is vowel number 18. It is pronounced or articulated ear. Okay, let me try and share my screen with you so that we can just go to it and continue from where we stopped last week. Okay. Just a few more minutes. Just kindly hold on for me. Okay. I'm really sorry about that. So I just want to show you so that while okay, yeah, so I guess you can see my screen now. Okay, so that it is pronounced ear, and examples of words with this sound include fear, near, here, and peer. For example, the first word fear, it is articulated or it is realized with the letter E and letter A. In near, it is realized with the letter E and letter A. And then in near, it is realized with letter E and letter A as well. And then in peer, as in peer group, it is realized in letter E and letter E. Yeah, so like I was telling you, or like I mentioned earlier, I was saying that when we're talking about how these sounds are being realized, I also remember mentioning it last week. I said that sometimes that you notice that some of these sounds, initial position is the beginning of, a word. So it's possible for you to notice that the sound can be found at the beginning of the word, as in, for example, yeah, as in E-A-R, yeah, yes. And also it can be found at the end of a word in other examples I'll be mentioning. But for this example that is listed, we can see that it can be found at the medial position. The medial position simply means the middle, and that is why we have it in words like fear, as in EA in FEAR, and we have it in near, as in EA and in NEAR, and we have it in peer as in peer pressure, or peer group as in PEER. The next diphthong that we'll be looking at is air. Say air. Try to repeat after me. Air, air, air. And as you can see, it is realized with the air vowel sound, that is the single vowel air, and the schwa sound. It is pronounced So that's it. So if you pronounce both together, you would realize that it is pronounced as air. And then another thing that you should notice is when you're pronouncing diphthong, it is as though your tongue, that is the position of your tongue, is sliding or gliding. Yes, permit me to use the word sliding. It is actually gliding from one particular position to another position. So it is possible for you, for example, for your tongue rather, to maintain a medial position, that is, it is in the middle. Your tongue is in the middle, and you're saying air in air, for example. You're saying air as in pet, you're pronouncing that sound, and then you immediately go backwards for you to articulate the schwa sound in order for you to get air. Do you realize that? Yeah, so try to pronounce these words after me. We have air as in fair, as in affair, as in share, as in bear. Can you try to pronounce the sounds? Fair, affair, share, and bear. That's how you pronounce those words. So if you see these words, for example, the word share, it is not pronounced share. I noticed that a lot of people in Nigeria, they say share, let's share the money. It is not share. If you're saying share, it means you're pronouncing the vowel sound before this one, which is ear. It's not the same thing. Ear is different from air. So you pronounce it as share, not share. You pronounce it as bear, not beer. If you're saying beer, then you're pronouncing BEER or BEAR. Do you understand? So there's a difference. So it is pronounced fair, as in FAIR, fair, and then it is pronounced affair, and then it is pronounced share, and then it is pronounced bear. Can you get that? Sound that we'll be looking at is pronounced ue. I'm really sorry about that. The reception is really bad today. So it's pronounced ue. Say ue, 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 ue. That's like how you pronounce it, because you're pronouncing or you're articulating and ooh and ue, ue. So for words that have this sound, the first example is tour, is on a tour. Some persons will pronounce it as, in Nigeria, for example, a lot of people pronounce tour as is on tour. They pronounce it as tour. Like this is when you're trying to refer to a musician moving from different places at different times to perform. So you mostly hear people say things like, oh, I'm on tour, I'm on tour. But when you want to follow the RP pronunciation, which is the received pronunciation of the English, English language, you have to, pronounce the word. That is for the exam's sake now. If you're writing your exams, you have to follow the received pronunciation, which is, you understand, the one that is used, for, your examination. So you have to pronounce the words the correct way. And you also have to realize that there are various variants of the English language. For example, we have the American English, we have the British English, we have Australian English. So it is very possible for you to, get or hear different pronunciation of a particular word, but the one you want to stick with is the received pronunciation. And if you have to pronounce this word, it's not pronounced tour, it's pronounced tour. It was on tour, it was on tour. So it's like you're not really pronouncing the R sound at the end, because when you transcribe it, you get the U and which is the short sound. So the next is guard, guard. You can see the word there, guard. That's how you pronounce it. And then you see another word, it's pure, pure, pure. So it's not pure. You don't pronounce pure. A lot of people, they say pure water. They say pure. It's pure. It's not pure. It's actually pure, pure, pure. Because when you transcribe it, it's an U and schwa sound, and that you're seeing. So it's pure. And then you see pure. If you want to say, for example, you want to make a sentence and you say something like, the federal government finally for the COVID-19 virus. You don't say cure. It's not cure. It is cure, cure. So that's how you pronounce that. Okay, right now, I would like us to move to the next agenda. And the next agenda would be focusing on these sounds individually. So that is what I would like us to do. So for that, I would also be sharing my screen, and we will begin with vowel number 1. And vowel number 1, sorry, this is not the correct slide. Let me just quickly share another one. I would like us to begin with vowel number 1. And yes, this is the correct slide. Very good. So this is the slide I'd like us to look at. Yeah, so you may have to tilt your phone, for you to be able to see them accordingly. So the first sound, or the first vowel sound that we treated in class, is the E sound, the E sound. And for the E sound, or the long E sound, it is mostly realized with the following letters: E, I, E, A, E, IE, or EI, and then other rare occurrences involve EON, for example, or EO in some words. Okay, so now we will be pronouncing some of these examples. You can try to pronounce after me so that you can get how to pronounce the word. For the EE, we'll start or we'll begin. Free, tree, 15, canteen, street, feet, green. For the letter I, that is, if you're realizing the sound with letter I, it is pronounced police, machine, margarine, magazine, kerosene, prestige, prince. Should I repeat that? I'll just repeat it. Police, machine, margarine, magazine, kerosene, prestige, and prince. Then the next set of words, reason, treason, creature, feature, meet, beat, read. Then the next set of words, we, be, veto, vehicle, eek, these, penalize. So it's not pronounced penalize, it is penalize. And then for the next set of words, we have peace, field, siege, thief, chief, sieve, receive. And then the next set of words, we have eon, people, key, and key. You'll notice that I pronounce the word Q-U-A-Y as key. It's actually pronounced the same way as K-E-Y, key. So that's something that you want to learn. So for rare occurrences, that is rare occurrences, that is unlikely words that you probably notice or that you can see in your examination. So I would mention and pronounce the next set of words. We have it in scene, speech, cheese. And then in OE, we have it in amoeba, fetus. It is pronounced amoeba, not amoeba, or is amoeba. How do they pronounce it? Is it amoeba? Yes, it's not amoeba. It is amoeba. And then we have it in fetus, not foetus or fetus, or I don't know how you pronounce it. Yeah. And then we have it in encyclopedia, and then we have it in formally. Yes, formally. Yes, not formula. It's pronounced formally. Yes. So the next set of words, yes, like I told you, you can see this transcription of some of the words, unlikely words. We have it in key, as in Q-U-A-Y, is transcribed, like I said, the same way as K-E-Y, key. And then we have it in vehicle. You can see that it is a long E sound that you have immediately after the V sound, which is v, vehicle. And then we have it in eek, as in E-K-E, eek. And then we have it in amoeba. And then we have it in, yes, and that's it. And then we have it in, for example, phoenix. Yes, there's another word there, phoenix. So the OE in phoenix is realized with that sound. We have it in imbecile. It's not imbecile, it's imbecile. And then we have it in sweet. So when you want to say Eco Hotel and Suite, it's not Eco Hotel and Suit. It's pronounced sweet. The same way you pronounce your sweet, S-W-E-E-T, is the same way you pronounce S-U-I-T-E, sweet. Repeat it after me, sweet, not suit. It's pronounced sweet. Very good. Yes, that's it, sweet. Also, vowel number 2, we'll be moving to vowel number 2 now. It's starting on this page. So it is the short E sound. Yes, it is a short E sound, and it can be realized with letters I, Y, E, and in letter A. Yes, also letter A, you can use it to realize the short E sound. These are some of the rare things that you'll be asked or tested on in your examinations, and you should take note of the highlighted letters in each example. Those are the ones that have this sound. Good. So this one is pronounced plebiscite, and for Y is pronounced kraji, and for E is pronounced puppet, and for E also is pronounced biscuit, and for A is pronounced lettuce. Yes, you should know this. When you see letters U or letters UCE or letters ACE or letters U or letter U towards the end of a word or at the final position of a word is mostly realized as the short E sound. Yes, never forget that. So we'll be moving to the next slide now. So just stay with me. We are moving to the next slide. Stay with me. So I want to show you the next slide that would show us, yes, good. Okay, so the other examples are pit, as in P-I-T, pit, sit, dim, sim, gin, kill, favorite, requisite, office, edifice. You can see very, very fast, really short. I did not put so much or place so much emphasis on the word, very, very short. And then we have it in hymn, hypnosis, nymph, rhythm, symbol, links, needy, city, happy, zany. And then we also have it in example, examination, enough, elect, encourage, knowledge, college, subject, object, prophet. Can you see the way I pronounced this set of words? I did not say example. It is example, examination, enough, elect, encourage, knowledge, college, subject, object, prophet. Then the next set of words, we have pockets, and you will notice the position. For the next set of words, it's in the final position, and we have it in pockets, markets, gadgets, blankets, target, women. I did not say woman or women, it's women, element. And then we have it in build, we have it in guilt. And then the next set of words, we have it in village, manage, baggage, damage, carnage, spillage. And then in letter U, we have it in busy, we have it in business, we have it in minute. Also note that for the word minute, it can also be pronounced as minute, meaning something little or something that is inconsequential or something that is not so important. So when you see minute, minute is, in this sense, it is a noun, and it is the one that has to do with time, as in 60 seconds make 1 minute. This is the one. But the other one, minute is something that is little, that is inconsequential, or that is not so much. Do you understand? Yes, that's it. So for the unlikely example, yes, the unlikely examples, we have it as women, and then we have it in plantain, as you can see, and then we have it in Mrs. It's pronounced Mrs. The word M-I-S-S-U-S, Mrs. And then we have it in esophagus. Esophagus. That's how you pronounce it. It is not esophagus, or I don't know how you pronounce it, but the correct pronunciation is esophagus. Esophagus. Yes, esophagus. Yes, that's how you pronounce it. Esophagus. Yes. So now I would like us Yes, you can ask questions if you do not understand, if there's anything you need clarification on. For example, yes, what I've been saying thus far, or if you want to know why is it pronounced this way, why is it not pronounced this way, I'd like you to ask questions. Then let us compare. Yes, this is another thing that they ask you to do in examinations. They will tell you to compare a short sound and a long sound. So they can put them side by side. They will tell you which one is long, which one is short. So I will just run down these examples for you very, very quickly. Kneel, kneel. Sit, sit. Peel, peel. Bin, bin. You can see the difference. One is long, one is short. The next vowel we'll be moving to is vowel number 3. And I'll be giving you examples of words with this sound. It can be realized with letter E, letter EA, letter A, letter U, letter IE, letter EA, and letter EO. Examples are get, nest. We have it in get, nest, and rest. And then the next set of words we have there is read, as in past tense. Don't forget that the same way you spell read is the same way you spell read. But for this sentence, or for this word rather, we are observing the verb and the past tense, and it is pronounced read. And then we have it in dead, and then we have it in breath, bread. Say bread, bread. Yes, that's how you pronounce it, bread, like to take a bread. Yes, and then we have it in many, and then we have it in et, and then we have it in said. Also, we have it in pleasant. We have it in leopard. Yes, this example, it is not leopard. Stop saying leopard. Please, it is pronounced leopard. Say leopard, leopard, leopard. And then we also have it in Jeffrey, not Geoffrey, or I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's pronounced Jeffrey. And then we have it in lieutenant, lieutenant. Say lieutenant is not, yes. Some persons also pronounce this word as lieutenant, lieutenant, you understand? Or you can pronounce it as lieutenant. But if you pronounce it as lieutenant, you're not articulating. Actually, that T sound, the T is not actually pronounced as T. It is pronounced as before T. So most persons will pronounce it as, some persons will pronounce it as lieutenant. I don't really know how people will pronounce this word, but I know people mostly say lieutenant or lieutenant, but it's actually lieutenant, lieutenant. So because you know, it's a silent sound and it is not, it is a voiceless sound. That's actually the right terminology to use. So most people will not really pronounce it, but what you mostly want to hear, or what you mostly hear, is people saying lieutenant, lieutenant, but there's actually supposed to be a sound before the T. So you pronounce it as lieutenant, 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 lieutenant. So it's pronounced, it is pronounced lieutenant. Yes. And then I need to share you another slide so that you can see the next set of examples. I'm trying to share as many examples as possible so that you have more than enough, or in case you see any example, you're familiar with it in your examination. And then we have it in den, bell, dread, repent, semen, resent. And then we also have it in death, spread, friend, stead, thread, and bread. We have it in says, says, not says. Please, it is not says, it is says. S-A-Y-S is pronounced says. And then we have it in bury, and then we have it in leisure, and then we have it in pleasure, and then we have it in measure, and then we have it in jeopardy. Is not jeopardy. Please don't say jeopardy. It's jeopardy. And then we have it in collect. You see the way I pronounce the word collect. The stress is on let. Collect. And then we have it in Leicester. Yeah, we have it in that. And then we have it in effort. Or it can also be pronounced as Leicester, depending on the realization. Like I told you, there are various pronunciation for a particular word because we have various variants of English. But for this class, we will pronounce this word as Leicester. Yes. So unlikely examples, note, you can see it, is leopard, and then jeopardy, not jeopardy, and then we have it in et, and then we have it in says, and then we have it in lieutenant, like I was telling you, and then we have it in etiquette. Then the next vowel we'll be looking at is vowel number 4, is the short R sound. Yes, it is predominantly represented with letter A in English phonology. And examples are bad, bat, rag, that, cat, mat, rat, and lamb. Remember, I said lamb. I did not say lamb. You don't pronounce the word b in L-A-M-B because the b is a silent sound. And that is because in the English phonology, the way a word is being arranged sometimes determine how it is being pronounced. This is because that sound is a voiceless sound. Because it is a voiceless sound, it affects the sound that is coming immediately after it, which is what? B. Do you understand? So that is why you don't pronounce it as lamb. You pronounce it as lamb. Also, the next set of example, fancy, handle, language, carriage, marriage, access, accent, habit, rabbit. And then for the middle position, we have it in bars, lass, passage, passion, pastor, passive, gasket, gastric, antelope. And then for the next set of words, we have it in plantain, planet. And then we have it in fashion, fascism. I said fascism, not fascism. I don't know how you pronounce that word. Fascism. And then we have it in vaccinate. Yes, we have it in barrier. We have it in lack, back. And then we have it in plat. The word is plat, not plate. P-L-A-I-T. It's not pronounced plate, it's pronounced plat. And then we have it in lingerie. It is not lingerie. I don't know how you pronounce that, but it's pronounced lingerie. Say it after me. Lingerie. Yes, that is it. Yes. And then for the unlikely examples, you can do a screenshot of the screen so that you can have this with you. Yes, I already gave you some of these examples. So let's quickly do the 5th vowel sound so that we can be done for today's class. So let's do the 5th vowel sound so that we can be done for today's class. Yes, sorry. The 5th vowel sound. Yes, this is it. This is the slide. So this one is pronounced ah. And it can be articulated with the letter A and the letter AR and the letter AL and letter UAR in different words, or AU, depending on the word. So Examples: pass, ass, glass, class, grass, casts, past, last, must, fast. The next set of words: plant, pant, chance, stance, branch, ranch, can't, shan't, dance, advance. The next set of words are part, hum, heart, ha, yard, market, large, father, retard, regard. The next set of words we have palm, calm, half. I did not say half, it is half. And then we have calf, then we have bam, and then we have in ER, we have clock, clock. And then we have it also in AR, we have it in sergeant, and then we have it in art, as in the human heart, and then we have it in hearth. And then we have it in guard, and then we have it in laugh, and then we have it in aunt. Then I would like to do a comparison of the long R sound and the short R sound. Just listen to the way I'll pronounce these words. Glass, lass, mass, mass, pass, passage, part, part. The first realization, you'll notice that it is longer, and that is why it is pronounced glass instead of glass. It is glass, and then the other one is lass. And then we have Mars. Mars is the planet, and then this one is Mass, the one you owed in church, like the first Mass, the second Mass. And then we have it in pass and passage. And then we have it in part and pat. These other parts is like when you pat a person on the back. And then this one is like different parts of different items. So that will be all for today's class. Thank you for listening, and it has been a pleasure to be with you all. Thank you so much, and don't forget to study some of these things on your own. If you've